What's going on, people? Trev2323 here. Me and my beautiful wife, me and my camera lady hanging off the side of the van window here. We're just heading back from Nashville right now. I just want to do a review of what I thought about Nashville and our drive from Chicago to Nashville. It's funny, we actually went to Clarksville, Tennessee to see our sister-in-law, brother-in-law. He's an Army serviceman. Got hurt in Afghanistan. He's at the base right now. So we went to visit them, picked them up to take them to Nashville so they could have a good time, kind of unwind a little bit. I loved Nashville. That's what I want to say about, one thing, if you're choosing to go to Nashville, I loved Nashville. I really did. If you're just like a kind of bar partier kind of people, maybe the part we went to wasn't for you. We were in downtown Nashville, and like there was just like bars galore all down the strip, but it was like, like you picture Vegas, the lights, the everything. That's kind of how it was, although on a smaller scale. And like, if you would remember the old Las Vegas there was hotel. We're like right next to each other, casino. Well, that's kind of how Nashville still is, where you can kind of walk down the strip right to the next one, and there were a lot of live music. And don't think, well, it's country music, I don't like country music. A lot of the live music were actually singing today's songs also. They had country songs, they had country western songs, but they also had a lot of today's music in there. Like you go to South Beach or Fort Lauderdale, they got the bars, like the second or third floors that you could have dinner or drink right there. Same thing like in Nashville. So it was really good. We stood like in just off of downtown Nashville. There's downtown Nashville, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, up to 10th Street. And we stood actually on Spring Street, right over the bridge. It said on MapQuest, it said 31-minute walk till we got there. Now, I walk for a living for trade. I told my wife we could probably make that walk in actually 15 to 20 minutes. It's not really a 30-minute walk. It's a nice day, but we had a vehicle, so we just drove and parked. Now, parking, there's a lot of public parking in downtown Nashville, but it was like, $7 for like 6 hours or something like that. But we went back at nighttime, and I booked it till 2 in the morning. So nighttime was a little expensive. I think we got there about 8 until 2 in the morning, and it was like $21 or $22. But the good thing is their parking meters that you park in there, you put your phone number in, and it text messages you before the parking expires. So that was really cool about it. I'm gonna add a bit to this right here on my brother-in-law's serviceman in the Army, and he was injured in Afghanistan, where he's on crutches now. In Nashville, there's a lot of hills, not a lot, but there's hills to go up and down. So with the hills, he was on crutches. I knew he wasn't gonna make it. So I knew there had to be somewhere I could rent a wheelchair to have him, more mobile going around Nashville and everywhere I went to. And there was a place, Williams Medical Supply. Like I said, the main heart of everything is on 1st through, say, 10th of Broadway, and I forgot the middle one, Gay and Church, I think it was. But on 1501 Church, there's a medical supplies company, Williams Medical Supply. I'll put the phone number up. And if you're going to Nashville and somebody's in a handicap or in a wheelchair, we actually rented on crutches. We rented a wheelchair from there for $12 for the day. We kept it for 3 days. Really nice people, really super nice people, but make sure there's somebody healthy enough to push them around in a wheelchair. If you're right in downtown Nashville, there's a big hill to get down and a little hill to get up. It's a little bit of hilly, so make sure somebody's there that's healthy enough to push them around. Another thing we did to try is called the Escape. If it's your first time going to Nashville, the Great Escape or something like that. It was they put you in a room, lock you in a room. I forgot to Peter's bathroom. Of course, you can get out that way. But they give you a bunch of clues, and you have to try to get out within an hour. It was very awesome. It was such a good time. I think it was $28 a person. But if you have your group and say you only got 4, if somebody books that whole hour, you're going to go in with up to 12 people, up to 12 different people. But we booked when we booked it, we were the only ones that booked. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and we were the only ones there. But the irony is, like after us, it was jam packed when we walk out at like 10 o'clock. So that was pretty cool. We didn't go to the Grand Ole Opry. We did go to at the arena, the sports arena, not the sports arena. What was it? The fairgrounds. We happened to be there for one of their largest flea markets. So I looked it up, and we just shot right there. I think it was Nashville Guru that I was looking up what's going on, and that's why I found the Great Escape. And also, they had one night that one of the bars down there has a trivia night, and you could go in the bar and there's like trivia games and everything. It was pretty awesome. One of the places, since we did have a little one also, we couldn't get into all the bars and everything. We were at Dick's Last Resort, and it's always a good time. Find Dick's anywhere around. Those are always good times. So either way, I'm gonna put the contact information for Williams Medical Supply. Oh, the hotel I wasn't telling you. We stood at Knights Inn. Knights Inn was, like I said, 30-minute walking distance. Driving on a GPS, it was 7 to 9 minutes to get back over there. You know, and it really wasn't far. Parking was fairly cheap. But if you take a taxi from Knights Inn, you take the taxi there, and they said it's $7 to take the taxi from Knights Inn there. You know, figure $7 to get back. Now, Knights Inn was off, like I said, not in downtown. The prices for us, everybody knows me, I'm uber cheap, I'm very frugal, right? The Knights Inn was on the other side of the water, the other side of the little river is where we stood, the first hotel there. I paid $73 a night. We're members of Hotels.com, so for $73 a night we stood there. Now, we booked rooms online to stay there, and we booked it for the first night, then we decided to stay again, so we just booked it again online, because people calling in and people walking in were paying $116 a night to stay in the same place. Now, I mean, if we were from Chicago, so it was no problem for us to be there. The rooms were clean. They're basic standard rooms that you stay in. I mean, it wasn't no Hilton or Hyatt Regency or Hampton. It was just a basic room that we stood in, but it was clean. The area, some people might think, oh, it's a little bit rougher area. Like I said, didn't bother us from Chicago, but at nighttime, it was a lot of tourists in there, so there was like no problems at all. And that's where we stood at for $73 a night. If we would have chose to stay really on the other side of the lake, on the other side of the bridge, room started there at $140 a night, so double the price to stay there. So anyways, for reviews on Nashville, questions, go ahead, you can message me, but one of the main sites I used when we were out there was Nashville Guru. All right, thank you very much, and say thank you to my wife for holding the camera.
You're welcome.
All right, and that's, of course, I got my dash cam on. I got my GPS over here in the corner, and I got my camera right here. We're always rolling. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye. What's going on, people? Trev 2323. I just want to give you a little bit distance to where the Knights Inn is to Nashville. That's downtown Nashville right there. That's where all the excitement, the bars are. It's a very fun place. We live in Chicago, so it was a 7-hour ride down to Nashville. So worth the trip if you were coming down here. We had somebody that was a little bit disabled. I'm going to put up there where we got rented the wheelchair from, but I just want to show distance. We got this hotel room for $73 a night, and it's just right from downtown. They say it's a 30-minute walk. We probably could have done it in 15, but also, man, there's so much people. Nobody's here. There's so much traffic now. But also, on top of that, the rooms downtown were $140 a night, so they were double the price. We got it off of Hotels.com. And so we paid $73 a night, and as people were walking in to get the hotel room, they're paying $114 a night. But we'll go ahead and keep you posted on what's going on around here. All right, bye. What's going on? It's been a long weekend over down here in Nashville. We came out here. One of our friends is an Army serviceman, and he got blown up in Afghanistan. He had a broken ankle, and he was on crutches. So we needed to get him around somewhere. So we found this Williams Medical Supply. It's 1501 Church Street. And being right here in 1501 Church Street is like, you know, the main part of Nashville is right around 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, up to like maybe 7th. And this is on 15th, so it's a little bit further down. But we were able to push them around all day, 3 days with this, and it was $12 a day. All right, so just wanted to let you know. Bye. All right, we're down in Nashville. We're getting ready to leave out back. You see the bags under my eyes here. I just wanted to thank Williams Medical. We're down here with an Army vet, and not our veteran, Army serviceman that was blown up in Afghanistan, and it was going to be so hard for him to get around Nashville. And for $12 a day, they rented me a wheelchair, and we were able to wheel him all around Nashville. This is at 15th and Church, the main part of Nashville, like 1st through 7th or 1st through 10th. So it's really not that far away. We took a taxi ride to get here and a taxi ride to get back, which was about $7, I think, for the taxi ride round trip. So I want to thank Williams Medical for renting us this wheelchair.